What if everything you've been told about attraction is wrong? What if making someone obsessed with you has nothing to do with games, chasing, or pretending to be someone you're not? Most people try harder. They text more. They give more. They become more available. And that's exactly why they lose. The truth is, attraction doesn't respond to effort. It responds to psychology. Before we go any further, subscribe to the channel and like this video. I'm about to share 5 psychological levers that can completely change how people perceive you. No manipulation, no mind games. Just smart, ethical shifts that make you magnetic. And trust me, the last one is the one most people get completely wrong. Now, tell me in the comments, have you ever tried too hard to make someone like you and felt them pull away instead? Or have you experienced the opposite? Someone becoming more interested the moment you stepped back. I want to know your experience before we dive deeper. What if I told you how to make anyone become obsessed with you is not magic, and it's not about tricks. It's about learning to be the kind of person who reliably draws deep interest. Obsession is a dangerous word, so let's translate it. We're aiming for genuine, intense attraction and curiosity that someone chooses to feel, not control, not coercion, not manipulation. As a psychologist who's studied how people decide who they like, I can tell you most attraction happens below conscious awareness. That's good news. It means a few ethical shifts in how you show up can dramatically increase the chances someone becomes strongly drawn to you. Before we dive in, quick promise. I'm going to give you 5 psychological levers, simple research-backed ideas, and a short practice after each one so you can try them this week. If you want the 3-step checklist, I lay out at the end. Hit subscribe now. No spam, just practical tactics you can use. Stick around, try one exercise after each section, and share what changed. The first lever is scarcity. Rarity increases perceived value. Think about a perfume ad. The bottle sits alone on a piece of marble, soft light, slow music. It feels precious because the ad makes it rare, not because the scent is objectively irreplaceable. Our minds use the same shortcut with people. Rare, valuable. If someone is always available, they become part of background noise. If someone is selectively present, they register as harder to get and therefore more desirable. That doesn't mean playing games or ghosting people. It means being intentional with how you allocate attention. Practical moves. Reduce always-on availability on social apps. Don't reply instantly to everything. Keep an active, full calendar. Create a small circle that gets your energy. If you're constantly answering every invitation at any hour, your availability signals replaceability. But don't swing so far that you're unreachable. There's a sweet spot. Be reliably present for people you care about and selectively scarce for everyone else. Mini practice. For the next 3 days, add a 24-hour delay to non-urgent messages. Use that time to do something interesting. See how your responses change and what people notice. The second lever is contextual association. People inherit meaning from where they meet you. Imagine 2 versions of the same person. One you meet at a conference in a sleek, curated workshop. The other you meet at a chaotic, fluorescent-lit office cubicle. The environment colors your perception. A beachside coffee shop gives off relaxed, fun energy. A quiet boutique gallery suggests taste and discernment. You don't change the person. The context shifts the story your mind tells about them. That makes location a simple tool. If you want to be seen as adventurous, arrange to meet at a pop-up food market or a weekend hike. If you want to be seen as competent and composed, invite someone to a cozy, well-run library cafe or a thoughtfully arranged wine bar. Small details matter. Your clothing, the music playing, the company you keep. They all cascade into a single impression. Actionable step. Pick one trait you want to project this week: calm, excitement, sophistication. Then choose a place that naturally signals it and invite someone there. Observe how the same conversation feels different in that new setting. The third lever is positivity and emotional anchoring. People fall for how you make them feel more than what you say. Early relationships are built on emotional currency. Who makes someone laugh, who reduces stress, who brings curiosity instead of judgment. Positive interactions create anchors, mental bookmarks that say, "This person makes me feel good." Those anchors get reactivated later, and over time they build attraction. This doesn't mean you fake being cheerful or avoid real talk. Authentic positivity is about emotional regulation, noticing the impulse to rant and choosing curiosity instead. Replace small complaints with curiosity questions or reframe negative stories into opportunities to learn. If you want someone to associate you with warmth, use small kindnesses, remembering a detail, offering support, making a genuine compliment. Micro practice. The next time you're tempted to complain about a minor annoyance, pause and ask one question instead. What's one thing that surprised you about your week? And watch the tone change. The fourth lever is eye contact and warmth. From infancy, humans use eye contact as a trust signal. Babies lock eyes with caregivers because that look tells them the world is safe. The same wiring stays with us. A soft, steady gaze communicates interest, safety, and affection. But there's a nuance. Staring is threatening. A look that's too fleeting feels superficial. The sweet spot is warm and present. Soft eyes, relaxed face, and a steady focus that says, "I see you." You can practice this right now. A simple drill is to hold steady eye contact for just a beat longer than feels comfortable. Then drop it with a smile. That extra fraction of a second creates a bridge between curiosity and connection. In conversation, pair the gaze with nods and mirroring small expressions. Match their energy gently. Micro practice. During your next chat, try the 2-breath gaze. Look at the person for the length of 2 calm breaths, then release and return. Notice how the exchange deepens. The fifth lever is social proof. People follow the herd. If someone appears desirable to others, that desirability becomes contagious. Marketers use this all the time. Testimonials, bestseller badges, crowded restaurants. Social proof in human relationships works similarly. If a person is seen being liked, trusted, and enjoyed by others, new observers infer that this person is valuable. Use social proof ethically. Introduce your friends, be seen in healthy social contexts, and let your life show community. That means showing up to group activities, having people speak about you naturally, and maintaining a life that signals you're sought after, not desperate. Social media can be one channel for tasteful social proof. Photos where you're engaged with friends, stories of projects you're proud of, moments that communicate belonging. But offline is stronger. Being the person who organizes small gatherings, being the friend who brings people together. Mini practice. This month, host or attend one small group activity and intentionally introduce someone new to your circle. Notice how people's interest changes when they see you in community. Now, let's pause for an ethics checkpoint, because these tools can be misunderstood. Using scarcity, context, positivity, eye contact, and social proof is not the same as manipulating someone's will. It's about being the kind of person who naturally draws attention and affection. Never use these techniques to coerce intimacy, hide important facts, or pressure someone into something they don't want. Consent, honesty, and respect are non-negotiable. If someone is disengaged or uncomfortable, step back. Attraction that is forced is never healthy and never sustainable. There are also balance rules to respect. Be rare, but not unreachable. If you create so many barriers that no interaction is possible, attraction dwindles. Be positive, but not performatively upbeat. Authenticity matters more than forced cheerfulness. Be visible in social contexts, but avoid showboating. The real skill is calibration. Read the signals, adjust, and always check in with the other person's comfort. Let me give you 2 concrete, everyday scenes to make this practical. Picture a person at a busy networking event. The ones who stand out are not the loudest. They are the people who arrive with a quiet energy, drift into a small group, listen, and ask a single sharp question that deepens the conversation. They leave a few minutes early, not because they're aloof, but because they don't burn all their presence at once. That selective energy creates curiosity. People notice the gap and want to see more. Now picture someone you like at a weekend farmer's market. They're laughing easily, they introduce you to a vendor, they show genuine interest in your taste. That positive association, the warmth of the moment, anchors them in your mind. Both scenes use the same levers: context, positivity, social presence, and selective availability. Throughout all of this, pacing matters. Attraction is a slow burn in most cases. Early sexualizing or pushing for intimacy usually short-circuits connection. Let curiosity lead. Build rapport through shared experiences. Share small vulnerabilities appropriately. Test consent openly. How do you feel about is a simple, powerful question that respects autonomy and creates trust. Here's a practical checklist you can start using today. First, manage your availability. Create predictable boundaries, but keep windows of accessibility. Don't reply instantly to everything, but follow up within a reasonable time frame. Second, pick contexts intentionally. Choose meeting places that naturally cue the trait you want to express. Third, prioritize positive emotional exchanges. Aim to leave conversations making the other person feel slightly better than before. Fourth, practice the soft gaze, the two-breath look in conversation. Fifth, cultivate social proof. Be visible in wholesome social settings and let mutual friends observe you in action. A compact exercise. This week, try one item from this list each day. Delay a reply, arrange a coffee in a new location, ask a curiosity question, use the two-breath gaze, and attend a small group event. I'll leave you with a simple formula to remember. Appear valuable, be associated with good feelings, and show up in the right contexts. Do that consistently and ethically, and you'll increase the chances someone becomes deeply interested in who you are. I've seen these principles change outcomes, not because they force feelings, but because they help you become more compelling, more present, and more authentic. If this felt useful, subscribe and share this with someone who needs to stop being too available. Try one drill this week and come back to tell us what changed in the comments, what place you chose, what question you asked, or how that two-breath gaze felt. Small practices build real shifts. Go try one now.